You notice the lighting in here? It's kind of dark. It's cozy. It's raining cats and dogs outside right now. It's amazing. Okay, let's jump right in. How weird are you willing to get? Last week I went to coffee with a new friend. His name is Matt. He works in real estate. We were talking about building a brand for him with his real estate. And one of the questions that came up was that thing I just mentioned. Like, how weird are you willing to get? As I was saying this to him, I realized this is a question I ask every single person and client that I meet with. It's something I have to know. I would say that maybe 10% of the people and businesses that I meet with are willing to be weird. But let me explain why I think that being weird is one of the most valuable assets a business can lean into. I'd like to draw an example for you, but I really don't want to offend anyone. This is genuinely not a stab at anybody. Over the last 5 years, I've worked with a lot of female photographers. This is just a good example. And there is a common theme between the ones that I've worked with. They come to me and they want that corner of the market. They want to be unique, but at the same time, they are looking to their competitors for inspiration. And legitimately, over and over and over, I would get requests to build a watercolor scripty font. You know, like in my mind, I'm looking at this and saying, interesting, you want a watercolor script font, but everybody else in your industry already has a watercolory scripty font. Okay, so if I were to draw this circle represents, can you see that? Represents the photography industry. So let's say if you Google Nashville photographers, these are the people that you're going to get. So you've got a brand here, you've got another brand, you've got another brand, you have another brand. The interesting thing is that the way that things are going right now, this brand used this brand for reference, this brand used this brand for reference, this brand used this brand for reference. So they all look the same. But now let's say that somebody is willing to build a really weird, out-of-the-box brand. They come into this industry. I'm gonna make them black because they're the black sheep. And now let's say somebody Googles Nashville photography. They're gonna see 17 brands that have all used each other for reference, and then they're gonna see one brand, maybe two, if there are enough weird people out there, depending on your industry. There's gonna be a black sheep, and who do you think is going to get clicked on? I don't know how many of you use MailChimp for email, but there is an amazing example of this happening right before our eyes in the last couple of weeks. MailChimp is a creative company, but they tailor to extremely corporate businesses, like businesses that are not weird in any sort of the way. But MailChimp has realized that they want to be the black sheep in their industry, and they have done a rebrand. They've always been slightly weird and done hints of weird things, but they, in the last couple of weeks, have released their rebrand, and they've gone full weird. Like, they are a completely weird business that stands out across the board. They're using this insanely bright yellow now and these weird animations, but they're still tailoring to very serious and corporate businesses. And I think it's a perfect example of showing that you can step out of what your industry is doing, do something completely weird and unique and bold, and win. Being weird is a positive thing, but I will say that you cannot sacrifice your authenticity for weirdness. You can't borrow somebody else's weirdness. You have to take your specific personality and your business's personality and capitalize on what's already weird within that. You know, like, it still has to remain authentic, and because people will see right through it. And it's genuinely not something that you should do alone. You should partner with a creative, or if you are a creative, like, bounce these ideas off of other people, because there is such a thing as bad weird. I should say that. There is definitely such a thing as bad weird. And for the record, my friend Matt that I met with, he wants to be weird. Oh yeah, super excited. If you ever want to bounce ideas off of me, do it. I'm a really accessible person, so I would love to. I'd love to chat. I hope you have a really, 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 really good week. I hope it's just a good one. Like a really, really good one. I'll see you next Tuesday.